Let's welcome Kathy Holly and Spotlight.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Spotlight. And I had such a wonderful weekend at the Fog Fest. Did you girls also go to the Fog Fest?
I did.
You were able to. Oh, it was just wonderful. I had so much fun interviewing a lot of band members Saturday and Sunday. And you're going to see some of those wonderful interviews, I think, on PCT when they stream some of the footage. But here we are tonight with two wonderful singer-songwriters. Danielle Spandau, who's on my right here, and Nancy Wenstrom.
Hey.
Both of you are performers as well as singer-songwriters. All right, I'd like to start, Danielle, with you because I heard you with the band that you work with here in Pacifica. And let's get the name right. I want to say Etawaween
Sherdlu. Etawaween
Sherdlu. That's the name of the band.
You said it really well.
Oh, thank you. Well, you taught me everything I know. That's so great. And tell us a little bit about your background. I'm amazed at the songs that you write.
Sure.
And you came from a showbiz family?
I did, yeah. I grew up in L.A., being raised by a French actress.
Oh, la la.
Yes.
Oui, oui.
Yep. She won a Golden Globe Award.
What was her
nominated for an Emmy.
name?
Josette Bonzé.
I love it. Can we see any of her movies?
You can. You can see several of them. Rich Man, Poor Man, and The Other Side of Midnight. Yep.
Oh,
she was in a lot of movies.
This is wonderful. And she raised you.
She did, yep. And
Do you speak French?
I do, yep. I speak French and Spanish, and I sing in both as well.
Of course. This is great. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I sing in French and I sing in Spanish.
Nice.
And I studied French, but I don't think I'm as fluent in the languages. I wish I could be. Did you ever go to Paris?
Many times. I have a family in France, all over.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. And did you sing in Europe?
I have sung
Perform?
in Europe, yes. I've sung in France, and I've sung all over the world, really. France, Europe, Asia, yeah.
This is great. In clubs or?
In clubs, in hotels, did
Right.
kind of the hotel circuit in Asia, South Korea and Japan.
Interesting.
So,
And so what are the interesting stories you can tell us?
Well,
One story, of
there's one
course.
big one actually that when I was singing in the Novotel Hotel in Gangnam, Seoul, Korea,
Yes.
I met a handsome young man who I later married.
Well, there you go.
I went all the way to Korea to meet a blonde guy from Southern California.
That's the way it happens, right?
Sometimes,
You
yeah.
have to travel in order to meet someone
Yeah.
from home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so you were working in the hotel singing,
I was, yes.
and he was in the audience?
He was, yeah. He was staying in the hotel. He was really living in the hotel. He was doing work with Samsung. And
yes.
so he was there long term, and he would come and hear me sing every night.
And now what kind of repertoire would you sing in?
And at that time, it was a lot of, I used to say it's a lot of cheese, a lot of pop, a lot of blues and jazz standards, and, very poppy pop. I think I probably got asked to sing I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston
Oh, yes.
probably 5 times a night.
So, well, now let's see, what year was approximately?
It was,
what years?
you're
What
gonna
years?
age me, are you? It was 95, 96.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I was in Korea, in Seoul, 91.
Okay,
And
right before me.
92.
Right
yeah.
before me, yeah.
And it was after the big Olympic, Olympics.
Right,
And
sure.
that was apparently, things were booming
Sure.
in Korea.
Of course,
And
yeah.
especially in Seoul.
Yeah.
Was great.
Yeah.
So it sounds very familiar, your repertoire, because everywhere you go, people do want to hear, our American repertoire.
They all wanted to hear all American songs.
Yes.
I would get a lot of
It's so
of
great.
requests for songs like Too Young and Mona Lisa
And then you came
will
from a
always love
showbiz family, right?
I did, yeah.
Tell us
not
about
just my
that.
mother. My mother actually, when I was 12 years old, met and married the bubblegum king of rock and roll, Tommy Rowe.
Tommy Rowe.
Who later adopted me.
But now you said he was the bubblegum king.
He was the bubblegum king. Yeah, he had 5 gold records.
Oh my gosh, which ones?
Dizzy, Sheila, Sweet Pea, Everybody, Dizzy, Sheila, Sweet Pea, everybody, I'm forgetting one. Jam Up and Jelly Tight.
Really?
Yeah.
Great. And does he still sing?
He's been doing some recordings the last few years, but he's mostly retired. He did a lot of old shows on the road with Bobby V and a lot of those guys for a lot of years, but he's mostly retired at this
Well,
point.
it'd be fun to have him on the show sometime.
Absolutely.
He
He'd
would
love it.
probably love it.
Yeah, he'd love it.
Does he
Yeah.
come to see you?
He does.
Great.
Yeah.
Because you are the singer-songwriter. And I mean, you're one of them in the band. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. Well, I'm the only
Yes.
I'm the only lead singer, but we do have about I think 6 composers in the band that write music and songs. And so I've written some myself that I've brought, and I've written others, collaboratively with other members of the band.
I think
it's
that's
been
so
fun.
wonderful because I saw you at Winters right here in Pacifica, everybody. And
Yes.
you'll be back
Yes.
at Winters in
Yes.
November? I think?
November 3rd
Right.
and December 22nd.
Okay,
We've got
and
two,
we'll put that on the screen
yeah.
because I know we have that. I'd love to show a clip of one of your songs.
Great.
And it sounds like it's in Spanish, is it?
it's partially in Spanish and partially in English, and the title is in Spanish.
And what is it?
It's called Venga Conmigo.
Venga conmigo.
Yes.
All right, let's take a look at that clip. I thought it was great fun to listen to and to watch you sing. And I love the language.
Venga conmigo, venga a bailar, bailemos pegadito, vamos a gozar. Come and dance with me, baby. Let the groove your feet. Oh, this need of desire, of this fabulous beat. When I feel that music's rhythm, I just got to get down. Oh, the music can move you. We will dance until dawn. Venga conmigo, venga a bailar, bailemos al vacío, vamos a gozar.
All right, please tell me what the title means.
It means come with me.
Come with me.
And,
Venga conmigo.
Venga conmigo. And then it's venga a bailar. Come and dance with me.
Oh, that's wonderful. And you know what? I know where you're singing that. In Golden Gate Park,
It
in the
is,
band
that
shell.
is. It's the San Francisco Golden Gate Band
And,
Shell.
well,
Yeah.
this is so wonderful. Well, I did have the conductor of the Golden Gate Park Band on here.
Nice.
And of course, the band shell they've been playing for 142 years.
It's an amazing venue.
It is a great,
So many
great
famous
venue.
people have performed there.
Yes, and
Yeah.
of course, even the band shell itself.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how many years ago that was built.
Yeah, it's
and
really,
it was
really
given
an
to the city.
extraordinary,
It's
piece of
fantastic.
architecture and I think
Yeah,
monument
what
for
a
the
great
city.
thing.
Yeah.
So the band was able to sing. Now, you had a gorgeous green outfit on, and it wasn't St. Patrick's Day, though.
No,
But
we actually
you're
do
ready.
We do a theme color every time we play.
You do?
We do. And
Really?
so we try to advertise that in our flyers so that audience members can also, if they start to follow us, if they want to wear the theme color of the performance, they can wear it too.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. And now your next performance is going to be, I think, coming up.
It's a week from Sunday in San Francisco at the Inner Sunset Flea Market.
Great, and I
That's
was there.
October 13th.
I was there. You were traveling, and I went
Yes.
to see the band, and it was
Yes.
great fun. Really nice venue. Oh, you know what? I think you're going to do something live. Do we
Yeah.
we'd love to hear you live.
Yeah, I'd love
And
to.
what are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing an old jazz song written by Annie Ross of Hendrix and Ross called
yes.
Twisted.
Great. All right. Are you
right.
going to
Sure.
stand?
Sure.
All right. We're ready. Danielle Spandau with Twisted. And it's a great song. I always have heard this. I love it. And here we go.
My analyst told me that I was right out of my head, the way he described it. He said I'd be better dead than alive. He didn't listen to his jive. I knew all along that he was all wrong, and I knew that he thought I was crazy, but I'm not. Oh no. My analyst told me that I was right out of my head. He said I need treatment, but I'm not that easily led. And he said I was the type that was most inclined, when out of his sight, to be out of my mind. And he thought I was nuts. No more ifs or ands or buts. They say as a child I appeared a little bit wild with all my crazy ideas, but I knew what was happening. I knew I was a genius. What's so strange when you know that you're a wizard at 3? I knew that this was meant to be, yeah. Now I heard little children were supposed to sleep tight, and that's why I got into the vodka one night. My parents got frantic, didn't know what to do, but I saw some crazy scenes before I came to. Now, do you think I was crazy? I may have been only 3, but I was swinging. They all laughed at crazy Bill Gates. They all laughed at Zuckerberg and even at Steve Jobs. So why should I feel sorry if they just couldn't understand the idiomatic logic that went on in my head? I had a brain, I was insane. Oh, they used to laugh at me when I refused to ride on all those double-decker buses, all because there was no driver on the top.
What, no driver on the top? Man, she's twisted, crazy, whoop, shooty, hit, flip, sit.
My analyst told me that I was right out of my head, the way he described it. I think that it's you instead, because I have got a thing that's unique and new. To prove it, I'll have the last laugh on you, 'cause instead of one head, I got 2. And you know 2 heads are better than one.
Oh, yes. The crowd goes wild. I love it. That was great. You do a great rendition of that.
Thank you.
There's the actress in you, too. I just saw it. Yeah. So you definitely have been in show business. There's no two ways about it. When did you really start doing it professionally?
Oh, professionally. I mean, when I was 3 years old, I memorized The Wizard of Oz, and I performed all the parts for anyone who would watch it. And even if they wouldn't watch it, I didn't care. I performed it anyway.
That is so great.
And
Great,
I,
great.
I was acting always when I was a child, and so I did some films as a child. Was doing work in some films.
In Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles,
Of course, you're
yeah.
there you are in the capital. Oh my gosh, that's so
And
wonderful.
I think
Danielle.
there's never was a time that I, haven't.
Did you want to pursue that though? When I know you got married and then came back.
And
here you are.
I did. I always wanted to pursue it. I mean, it's all I ever wanted. I really ended up in Asia because I had been writing a lot of original music and, knocking on doors and making demos, and somebody offered me work in Asia, and I went.
But that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great that you did that.
Yeah, it was
and
a great
then,
experience.
so now you were just working every so often with Etaween
Etaween
Sherdlu. It's almost Halloween, and I
Yes.
think of that when I say Etaween.
Etaween, it's Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Etaween.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. And I know we could talk about that name too a little
Yeah.
more. I have to say hello here to Nancy Wenstrom too, because we have 2 singer-songwriters. And Nancy, I just want to say that I have been listening to your CDs. And I enjoy them immensely. I play it while I'm driving.
Oh, thank you
I
so
play
much.
2 of them that I've been playing over and over and over because I love the themes you write about. You have so many different themes or different song titles that tie in with different themes. Where did you first, I guess, start writing and when?
Well, I think my first original band was in the mid 80s, and I had all original music. It was all female rock band, and I put all this music out there. And we did all these recordings, and we too were pounding the pavement in LA and doing that. And so that's where I first started, really writing and arranging and everything.
And where were you? Well, I want to say, where were you born? Where were you from? Because you told me you were an Air Force brat.
Oh yeah.
So you're not just from one place.
No. I was born in Texas, in Houston, and like I said, I packed up my guitar at 9 months and left. So my
I can
dad
see
got
you
shipped
doing
off
that.
to the Azores, and we lived in Nebraska, we lived in Washington, D.C., we lived in California, Alabama, all these different places. Yeah.
That's amazing. It's
And,
wonderful. I
yeah.
listened when I hear your voice. Do we have a little bit of a drawl, but just
Absolutely.
a charming one, just enough. And I know you wrote a song about Alabama.
I did.
think, right?
Yeah. My
missing-
folks retired there, and it became very dear to my heart. I went to high school there, and truthfully, I couldn't wait to get out and come here to go to college. But I ended up, falling in love with the place because they retired there, and we'd go back every summer, and spent many years going back to Alabama. So it became very dear to my heart.
Very
Yeah.
much so. And how did you meet your husband? Another musician?
Oh,
right?
yes, we met in
He's
a band
in your
called.
band?
Yeah, we do work together. We record together and do some things. But we met in a
Yes.
band called Zazu Pitts Memorial Orchestra.
Oh, of course.
And that was a real popular R&B band, 14-piece rhythm and blues band in San Francisco for the mid '80s to the '90s, and that's where we met. And yeah,
Fantastic.
and we-
You've worked with
rest is
some
history.
very interesting, wonderful people, and you've been a lead guitarist as well as a lead singer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And of course, in your own band. When did you really start to play the guitar?
Well, when I was about 19, I decided I would quit school. I was out here going up to UC Berkeley, and I didn't know what I was doing. So after about 2 years, I didn't know what my major was going to be. So I dropped out, and I ended up discovering that music was really what I wanted to do, and
course.
I wanted to get an electric guitar and be the first, female Jimi Hendrix, as it were.
Oh, that's
And-
it.
So then
Yes.
I learned my instrument about 2 years. I had been playing guitar since I was 11, so
Oh, well,
but
of
just for
course.
fun,
Got a
and,
head start.
folk music and stuff. But then I after about 2 years, I got to know my instrument really well, and answered an ad in the paper in San Jose for a band, and they wanted a singer that played an instrument. And then I, started working
Bingo.
professionally. Yeah,
You did,
many
definitely.
Years, yeah.
Well, I want us to show the audience there some of these clips that I chose that were on YouTube. They're just wonderful of your song original here. The first one is Let's Go, Let's Go. What is that about?
Well, it's about being a little bit tardy, and
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, when you have kids, sometimes it's hard to get them up and get them to bed and all that. And then my mom and dad. My mom was always ready. My dad was never ready. And then the last verse talks about how it's actually myself too. I do the same thing, and that's probably why it bothers me.
Well, let's show this little clip because it's perfect. It gives an idea of the song. Of course, it's so much fun. Let's go.
Up in the morning, you take so long to go to bed at night. Just getting dressed, you're getting me so stressed. Why has it got to be such a fight? The cuckoo clock don't stop for no one. He's coming round to tell us once again that time is moving on, and pretty soon he's gone, and we just might miss the party in the end.
Oh, that's so great. And, all right, and I have another clip because I love this song. It's a cover. That's What Love Will Make You Do,
yeah.
right? And
Little
you do.
Milton.
It's just great. And I love the horns.
Yeah.
Your husband's is arranging
Trumpet.
the horns. He plays the trumpet.
Yes.
And the horn section is always great. Right, let's watch this little clip. That's what love will make you do. And it's so true. Makes you do crazy. Go, Nancy Wenstrom Hendricks. That was fantastic. You have that sound for sure. I could just see you up there. That was at a festival.
Yeah, the Fremont Festival.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever played the Folk Fest?
No, haven't.
Well,
played
let's
there.
change it
I would
next
love
year.
to
You've
play
got to
it. That
be
sounds
here.
Awesome.
All right. I'm going to work. Oh, now the next clip is from a song that you wrote, Dr. Rhythm.
Yeah.
And it's so great because it's an animated
Yes,
visual.
my nephew did the animation. On
What
this,
a talent he has.
And a fellow
Oh.
named Joe White put the video together.
Well,
on
let's
that one.
take a
Yeah.
look at Dr. Rhythm, written by you. Here we go, an original. And it's great. It's great.
When I'm feeling bad and I don't know what to do, I pick up my guitar and start playing the blues. It don't matter what's ailing me. A little bit of rhythm is all I need. I know where to go, taking it slow. I talked to Dr. Rhythm, he's got what I need. When I feel that pulse and I feel that beat, moving way down in my veins, up my body and round in my veins, taking away all my aches and my pains. I know where to go, baby, don't you know? I just talked to Dr. Rhythm, he's got what I need.
Oh, that's so fantastic. Everybody can see that on YouTube.
Yes.
Dr. Rhythm. And
Yes.
now, moving right along, nobody has heard you live yet. And I'm in for a special treat. And so is everybody out here. We're going to have you play and sing one of your songs.
All right.
This is one of my favorites, Nancy. Reusable Blues. It's kind of a song, I think, about being jilted by someone.
Well, it's about a guy that was kind of a sometime lover for this gal. And,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, and she just kind of wasn't enough for her.
No,
So,
and I love what you can sing and tell the guy. Tell him where to go.
And
Oh,
also,
well,
when I wrote the song, it was kind of when recycling was fairly new. And
I love
and
that.
so, it was
Recycled love, but it's called
Recycle My Heart.
reusable.
Yeah,
Right.
reusable blues.
All
that's
right, here we go.
Here we go.
Nancy Wenstrom.
Oh, I need the mic. Yes, I do. Here we go.
You do need the
Boom
mic.
it around here.
And this is Nancy Wenstrom.
All right.
She's got lots of CDs, so you just go right online. Okay, I don't want to run out of time.
Thought I was one of your paper dolls. You could cut in and out of your life. Put me out with yesterday's news. Your silence cuts like a knife. But I got news for you, baby. It's different this time. Oh, yeah. You see, I'm going right out and recycle this heart of mine. A lot of my heart can be used again, like the part that's made to be true. Then there's the part that's made of love, can't be destroyed, not even by you, baby. That's why I made up my mind. Oh, yes, I have. You see, I'm going right out and recycle this heart of mine. Some people's hearts are made of glass, others are made of stone. but it's still keeping good time. Maybe it's worn and a little bit bruised, but it seems to be working just fine. Ooh, baby, that's why I made up my mind. Oh, yes, I have. You see, I'm going right out and recycle this heart of mine. I got news. You can't put me out that easy, baby, 'cause I'm a woman of fire. Well, that's for sure, darling. Ooh,
What a way to end the show today with a wonderful song like that. And I want everybody to know you can see Nancy on November 3rd at the Sausalito Cruising Club. And she'll be playing and be the lead singer in the band.
Yeah, with
and our
Stephanie
good friend
Teal
Stephanie
and
Teal will be
friends,
there.
and- yeah.
And it is just so great. And then November 3rd, you will be at Winters,
Yep.
right here. Okay,
Pacific
Danielle,
Island, yeah.
right here at Winters. And as for me, I will be in Mexico in San Miguel de Allende. I want to thank both of you for being on the show. It's been terrific. Terrific having you.
Thank you, Kathy.
And,
It's been
I'm
wonderful.
Thank
gonna-
you for having me.
We
Yes,
have.
yes.
I have
Thank
lots
you,
of
Kathy. It was a lot
lots
fun.
of going out to do to follow your careers. And Nancy, you're working on a new project, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just, what's
Well,
the
as a group called Jazzphoria, but we've been in the studio. We're going to be releasing a second album next year, and also I've been going in and finally doing something with those tapes of that first band I mentioned, the Tommy tapes.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
going to be
All women.
yes, I'm going to be releasing all those songs. I just had 5 of them. I sold 5 of them to a publishing company, so I'm going to release an album on that. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. All gals, right? And that's so unusual right now. I
Yeah.
think it'll be fun.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you have to keep all of us informed.
I will.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's fun. I mean, anything retro. I was thinking, I'm dusting off my music, and I'm finding lots of interesting photos, and it reminds you of gigs you had, years ago, especially. We could, talk about those travels. And I just want to let the audience know, too, that you played with Janis Joplin's band?
Big
after.
Brother, I did a little bit of work with them, and
Yeah, and who else?
Well,
of the
with
big
Sass and
names?
Pitts, we backed up a lot of different people. We were fortunate enough to to do that, and I also got to play with Grace Slick a little bit, and
Oh, fantastic.
yeah, and Marty Ballin, and I did a rock opera with him. And yeah.
We'll wave goodbye to everybody, and bye, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Hey mambo, mambo italiano. Hey mambo, mambo italiano. Go, 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 you mixed up Siciliano. All you Genovese do the mambo like a crazy with a hey mambo. Don't want a tarantella, hey mambo. No more a mozzarella, hey mambo, mambo italiano.